Uh, Antique Stockbroking has joined us on the phone line. Digant, well, stock is now down just about 3%, 25 rupees. You think it's largely in the price, the kind of worries that you got from the con call yesterday?
Yeah, so I think everyone around here was expecting, the delinquent portfolio or the overdue portfolio to be around 150 crores. That number came in around 306 crores. So to that extent, yes, that was a surprise. But the good part is that most of it is from UP, Maharashtra, where all these election issues are there. So there is still hope that things can get better in the coming months. So I think with that 300 crores, you don't know what the final loss could be. So if things revive, final loss could be 100 crores. If things don't, they could be 200 crores. So I think if final losses are in that range, I think it's in the price now. I think around 750. We are a buyer on this stock. And see, this event which happened, it's a one-time event. For microfinance sector, every 4-5 years there's one big event, and some losses do come. So if in such a big event you can escape with a 100-200 crore loss, I think it's not a bad thing.
So these election non-repayment issues that that have been brought to the fore, especially in UP and Maharashtra, do you think it could have an impact on some of the other companies, the likes of Ujjivan, Satin Credit Care, or would you not worry about them either?
Yeah, see, everybody, a lot of them operate around same geographies. As Bharat Financial is more rural, the other two guys are, slightly less rural. So to that extent, I think they'll be a little more impacted compared to Bharat Financial. And yeah, collateral damage is going to happen to everyone. So and then SKS has this weekly collection model and much more customer connect. Whereas Satin and Ujjivan, they have either a fortnightly or a monthly collection model. So I think the impact there could be a little more than what happened with Bharat Financial.
So what are your, do you have any buys in that space? I mean, I would include Ujjivan also. Ujjivan, Equitas, Satin Credit, what are your positions there?
So we are, so the only buy is Bharat Financial and Equitas. Ujjivan, we are a hold, and Satin, we are not, that's not under our coverage.
Okay, the stock has recovered already, by the way, from the low point. And Digant, that's the point here, right? I mean, at lower levels, it's seeing quite a bit of buying. What is the best case scenario for Bharat Financial from here?
See, I think the best case scenario would be that, they escape with a 100 crore loss, and because the competitive intensity in this sector has come down drastically, the smaller guys have lost their risk appetite to grow. So maybe in the next year, that's FY18, Bharat Financial can really grab some good market share. And if that thesis does play out, I think 3 times price to book can't be ruled out. And our book value for 19 is like $300. So around 900 could be like the best case for Bharat Financial in the current context.
Bharat Financial is finding a flaw more because there is still a lot of expectation that a merger will happen or a buyout will happen by a bank.
Could be because, as we discussed on the last call that, these are amazing distribution franchises and banks would definitely be interested. The matter would be just at what price and, once these UPs and Maharashtra of the country, they settle down with elections. I think, losses get crystallized. I think there will be a lot of interest in acquiring these microfinance companies. So yes, I think that hope is always there, and I think that will remain for times to come. So no denying the fact that hope is...
We'll have to let it go on that note. Thanks so much for joining us. So that's on